Yeah, I'm going to repeat. Boys and girls, Alec, you need to put that away. Take out your writer's workshop notebook like I've already asked you. Muhammad Ali, writer's workshop notebook. Chad, writer's workshop notebook. Good. Chad R, writer's workshop notebook. 3, I'm making quick. What? Okay. I wish you were quiet. The team put off. We're going to come to the carpet today and do our kind of writer's workshop lesson. It's going to be somewhat of a short, I think fairly easy lesson. Okay, I'm going to wait until all the people have their stuff ready to go. That means books are away. Writer's workshop notebooks out. They have a pencil that's ready to come to the carpet, a highlighter if you need it, an eraser. We are moving on, boys and girls. Sarah B, are you listening to me? Adam B, you got your writer's workshop notebook out.
Should we also bring our third draft?
If you have your third draft separate out of your notebook, yes, bring your third draft. If it's outside of your notebook, bring it. If it's in your notebook, just bring your notebook. No, keep it in your notebook. Let's see, Sean, I don't see anything out ready to go. You've had 5 minutes, you're not doing anything. You're making me kind of angry. Come on, Sean. Sarah. Yes. Anna, so you ready to go? Okay. When you come to the carpet, we'll do our lesson, and then you'll have a chance to work on your writing. I do have to say, I need eyes up here, guys. These personal narratives you're working on, we're going to finish up this week, and we're going to kind of do final drafts starting next week. So we're done by hopefully parent-teacher conferences. And Halloween, we have our final draft ready to go. So we're working towards that. We only have 1 or 2 more lessons to get to before we get to final drafts. Amir, look away, please. I don't think you're paying attention when you're reading while I'm talking. Muhammad Ali, eyes up here.
I'm just reading mine.
We're not doing that right now. Okay, let's see. When you come to the carpet, just sit where you normally sit. Writer's workshop, you can sit anywhere on the carpet. Just make sure you do it quickly and quietly, and we can get to our lesson. Sarah A, can you read the carpet? Good. Nadia, should I hear your voice? You know the expectations.
Transition 2.
Tell them you need to hurry up. Janice, wake up, please. Go ahead. Come sit on the carpet. Betty, I need you right here. Right as one. Candace, I need you away from the wall facing this way. You're going to waste my time. Turn your body away from the wall facing this way. Sit right there, face forward. Abdi. Sarah, facing this way. Muhammad, I'm going to take away the beanbag until you sit correctly in it, and you're scoot forward so you can get the lesson. Muhammad Ali, right behind Lilia, please. hurry up. Scoot forward. You're not going to be sitting back there for the whole lesson because you don't need that. Okay. Let's get through this lesson real quick. Now, okay, Annis, we're not throwing, and I'm going to repeat again how to sit. Okay, let's get to this lesson real quick, and then I'll just give you some time to work on your personal narratives. As I said, next week we're going to be maybe finishing our final drafts of our personal narratives, so we have a good time preparing teacher conferences. Now, I want to teach you a little something about what you can add to your personal narrative that I want to see in a lot of them that I added to my personal narrative about a t-shirt. Now, we already talked about elaborating, right? We already talked about how to stretch certain sections out in your personal narratives in order to make them longer and to build up your meaning, like your theme of your personal narrative. I want to talk today a little bit about this, adding scenes from the past and scenes from the future. So skipping the past or future is a technique in true personal narrative stories, not just fantasy stories. Now, has anybody ever read a fantasy story? Stop this. Has anybody ever read a fantasy story where a character goes to a different world? Yeah. They start off in your normal everyday world, and then they step through a window, or they step through a pier, or they go into a train platform. Which one are we talking about? Harry Potter. Or they The Wizard of Oz. She clicks her shoes and says she's in an imaginary world, right? That seems the correct one.
Mister,
yeah.
Sometimes a real story, the character will just talk about the story.
Just talk about the past, but in fantasy stories you have, authors use like a little bit of their imagination to, craft really cool stories, and they go to different worlds, and they come back to the normal world. I want to teach you that, yes, real quick, what?
There's also one, it's called My Little Pony.
Yeah, I choose some of those. What? Two? So I'm going to get to the teaching point real quick. But I want to say, team, I need you to sit correctly as I've asked you 50 times. Eyes up here, team. I want to teach you that in real stories, in personal narratives, like the ones you're writing, you can also go to other places. And those other places can be, you can skip forward, or you can skip back in time in your personal narratives. Okay? So I have your teaching point today. And it's not too long. So write it under there. Chama, write it. Chama. Chama. Ready? Everyone's ready? Here. You don't need to be talking? Huh? Oh, just ignore that. It's not that big of a deal. I make typos too. Relax. I don't want to hear your voice.
Oh, you do too. What's soften? Stop.
About 1 minute to write this. And you better hurry up. No. It's a typo. In order to highlight the meaning they want to show, authors of personal narratives sometimes imagine future events or remember past events within the narrative itself. I need you to hurry up. Don't waste my time. And I have this really cool picture of a brain, of a guy writing in his brain, and his brain is a time machine. Because you can be really creative with personal narratives. You don't have to just write what happened. You can jump back and forth. You can imagine things. You can do all sorts of things with personal narratives. They can be really creative. I'll show you how we're going to do that today. Okay, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now, okay, notebooks down. Notebooks down, Sarah. Sarah, notebooks down. Maggie, notebook down. Malik, sit up, notebook down. Numbers on the last slide. Lilia, notebook down. Lilia, notebook down. Amira, notebook down. Amira, notebook down. We're going to practice this a little bit with a really cool story that I brought today that I want to read. But I also wanted to show you how I did it in my own story. You guys remember my story about my t-shirt? Yes. The personal narrative story that I'm writing about my big awkward t-shirt. I officially called my story My Awkward T-shirt, by the way. I finally gave it a title. Shama, I need you to move right here so I can be distracted the whole lesson. Go, come on. Pick your stuff up. You're right next to Emily. I don't want you sitting next to Marie anymore. It's always a distraction, no matter what. So, my shirt story. I'm just going to read. This is near the end of my shirt story, which we read before, right? Where I suddenly realized that my mom really cared about me for buying this t-shirt. As I walked into the school, I immediately felt the eyes looking at my shirt, smirking at my shirt. Betty, right here, buddy. I just hear you whispering underneath me the whole time. Come on. It's really disrespectful. Now, turn your body, face this way. I hear the voices. What is he wearing? Does he realize that's way too big for him? What a loser, they all say. Then suddenly, I bet his mom picked it out for him. Boys, this is really, disruptive. Put the stuff down. We're not playing hockey while I'm trying to teach you how to do this.
It's not funny.
Well, I don't think that's a warning. Next one's a strike. Then suddenly, I bet his mom picked it out for him. My mom? Did I just hear the words, my mom? Yes, she did pick it out for me. It's from her. My mother paid her money. My mother paid her money, the money she worked day in and day out for this shirt. This shirt. My knees suddenly started to straighten. My back suddenly started to strengthen. I held my head up high, seeing the ceiling. I strolled into school that day like a mighty lion. My mom picked this shirt out for me? Yes, I shouted. Yes, she did, and I wear it proudly. Now, I decided that I wanted to add a past, actually, I wanted to make it a future event right here. So I put a little star right here. And I wrote a little bit about, just kind of in my imagination, I imagined myself when I was 38, 40 years old. And what my relationship with my mom would be. So I did this, and I added this little bit. So now let's read it. My knees suddenly started to straighten. My back suddenly started to strengthen. Suddenly, I am 38 and wearing a black and white tuxedo. My mother is holding my arm as she walks, hunched over and old now, with me to my wife, who waits at the end of a long wedding aisle. Thank you for the tux, Mom. It fits perfectly. She smiles, wiping away a tear. I am 10 again and back in school. See what I just did?
Yeah, you imagine.
Oh, tell the person next to you what I just did. I don't see you talking. Maria, what did I just do? One, two, three. Now, just stop talking, buddy. So, number one, am I 38?
No.
I'm actually 33. Am I married? No, I'm not married. But I imagined that I could be. So this is a personal narrative. This is a personal narrative. It's not true, this part. But I imagined that it could be, and I used it in my personal narrative. I jumped forward in time, suddenly, and then I went back to being 10 again. So I used that in my narrative. Yeah?
You went into the future so that you could show that even when you were 38, your mother would still get you things.
Right. This is still about my mom, right?
Yeah.
It still connects to wearing something, right?
Add to the team.
It still connects to wearing something. It's still like that. And it adds to the theme of my mom really caring for me for buying this shirt, even though the shirt was really awkward. So, I am 10 again, and back in school, not a beauty salon. I hold my head up high, seeing the ceiling. I stroll into school that day like a mighty lion. Did my mom pick the shirt out for me? Yes, I shouted. Yes, she did, and I will wear it proudly. This adds to it. This enforces that my mom is part of this theme, right? Okay, I want to practice this with a little book. And I have this amazing little book, and it's called Papa. It's called Papa Who Wakes Up Tired in the Dark. What I'm going to do? Yeah, that's the second one. I'm just going to read the first one, right? So it's actually titled as Papa. This is two stories, and one is Papa who stays awake tired in the dark. Yeah.
And one is
Yeah. So I just jump forward. You can jump backward. Now. Wait. Wait 2 minutes. More than 2 minutes. Chama? Lilia, I'm not convinced you're paying attention. The team, I'm not convinced you're paying attention. Adam B, I'm not convinced you're paying attention. So this is a story by Sandra Cisneros. It's a really good story. It's a personal narrative. You might get some ideas for it. I want, when the narrator jumps forward in time, I just want you to put your finger up like this. And then when the narrator jumps back to the present, I want you to put your finger up again. Okay? Understand? You do it too. Are you ready? Papa, who wakes up tired in the dark. Your abuelito is dead. Abuelito is your grandpa. Stop. Your abuelito is dead. Papa says early one morning in my room. Esther Repton is dead. And then, as if he just heard the news himself, crumples like a coat and cries. My brave Papa cries. I have never seen my Papa cry and didn't know what to do. I know he would have to go away, that he will take a plane to Mexico. And all the aunts and uncles will be there. Where are we right now? You shove your fingers up. You shove your fingers up. We're jumping forward. He's in the future. He's taking a plane to Mexico. I'll read it again. I know he will have to go away, that he will take a plane to Mexico. All the aunts and uncles will be there. And they will have a black and white photo taken in front of the tomb with flowers shaped like spears and a white face. Because this is how they send the dead away in that country. I think we're back in time before that. Because I'm the oldest, because I am the oldest, my father has told me first. And now it is my turn to tell the others. I will have to explain why we can't play. I will have to tell them to be quiet today. My Papa, so we're back in today, back in the present. We skipped ahead and used the future. Are you paying attention? My Papa, his thick hands and thick shoes, who wakes up tired in the dark, who combs his hair with water, drinks his coffee, and is gone before we wake. Today is sitting on my bed. And I think if my own Papa died, what would I do? I hold my Papa in my arms. I hold and hold and hold. I like how you put your hands up and you think, what will I do? You're thinking about the future. So, what you just noticed, what you should have noticed, it's a really great story. If you want to reread it, if you want to walk through it. I'm going to ask you to say if you don't. This is called Papa Wakes Up Tired in the Dark. So, the narrator finds out the grandfather died. Your abuelito is dead. The narrator sees his father crying. The narrator thinks of what will happen. Suddenly we're in the future. They'll fly to Mexico. The relatives will come together. They'll take pictures by the grave. And then we're back. We're back in the present. I think of how I'll have to tell the other kids. My Papa is sitting on my bed. I realized he could die. So, you see how the narrator jumped forward in time right here? You guys see that? Yeah. So, that's what I want you to try today. That's what I want you guys to try today. So when you go back to your seats to continue writing your personal narratives, I want you to try to sneak in So continue working on your third or second draft. Continue adding to it. Matching it to your story mapping, adding areas of elaboration to bring out meaning, all the stuff we've been doing. Also, try to add scenes from past or future. Thinking about how you can get in and out of them in your story. Now, if you're adding them from the future, are they true events?
Yes.
No, they're from the future. They haven't happened yet. If you're adding them from the past, are they true events?
Yes.
Yes, they're memories, right? You're adding memories. Yeah.
How can we add them if you haven't finished the story? You could do it easily because you're using your laptop.
You can just go in, like I put a star up here, you can put a star, go to the next page, and that star is where we go. That's all you have to do. You can do it with writing, you don't have to do it with typing. Maybe, yeah.
Stories on like in the middle of the notebook and then there's like right next to it.
So
It out and then
these are very simple, like just formatting things to solve. I just want you to try to see if you can throw something in there for us. Does everybody understand? I don't want to hear that. You haven't even thought about that one. Yeah. You can do it on the next page. Just kind of put a star like I did where it would go, and then you star it over. So like that. Okay? All right. When I go through my transitions, I would like everyone to go back to your seat. Finish the teaching point. Finish the teaching point, and then go back to your seat and get to work. I'll give you about 15, 20 minutes to write today. If you're able to do it, you show me. We'll talk about what you're doing from there. All right, what? You do it. You do it. I have something else. Yeah, I'll show you something else out there. Alec, I think really she's not sitting next to Meddy's not sitting next to Alec in the car. Okay, when I go through transitions, go back to your seats, you can get to work on this. Transition 1. Transition 2. Okay, go back to your seat. Transition 3.
Sorry.